guys, so today I thought that I would do a review on the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics or OCC lip tars. So I know that there has been a lot of people that have done reviews on them, but what I thought that I would do is apply it and then I'm going to go away for a couple of hours and eat and drink and talk and do whatever, and then come back and see how it's worn. Because one thing that I was really curious about when I was thinking about getting my first ones is just exactly how it did wear. There's lots of reviews on how awesome the products are, how amazing the colours are, what you can do with them, but I couldn't find any on exactly how long it wore. OCC are 100% vegan and cruelty free, which means they don't test on animals or support testing on animals of any kind. They come in the most incredible colours. You can get anything from ready to wear ones, like these three colours are all ready set. The ones that I'm wearing at the moment, it's a mix of Memento and Melange. But then you can also get really bright vivid colours such as that, One thing that I have noticed, and I don't know whether it's just me, is that, and it could have been that I just got one or two that were a dud, but I found that a couple of them have leaked. This one is like pretty intense blue and it's kind of just leaked everywhere and all through the lid. And that was a little bit frustrating because I don't use them all the time, and I had them in my kit. And I had them in a little fabric bag, and then I noticed that this blue stuff was getting anywhere, and I delved into the bottom of my kit to find out what it was, and the blue one had leaked and oozed up through the nozzle, through the lid, and sort of gotten everywhere. And this one started to do it as well. It's really pigmented, so unfortunately it does stain a little bit, but it's gotten everywhere and all inside the lid, and that's a bit of a bummer. It's happened to about 3 of them. So I don't know whether that's just me, I don't know whether I just happened to get some that had dodgy packaging, or whether that is just because of the type of container that it's in, or I don't know. But that's just something that I found that was a little bit frustrating. But now I keep them in a plastic Ziploc bag and I haven't had any problems with them getting into the rest of my kit. When you put them onto your lips, you'll find that they're a little bit minty, almost like cool mint or something. I do find on my lips that they're quite drying. I've been wearing a lip balm on my lips all day today, and I rubbed it off about 20 minutes before I put this on just because I didn't want it to interfere with the experiment. But my lips already kind of feel like they're a little bit dried out. I'm gonna go out now. I'm not gonna put on any lip balm because again I don't want that to interfere with it, and then I'm gonna come back and you can see exactly how it's kept, whether the colour has faded, whether it's bled at all. I'm doing a light colour today. I have done this experiment with the darker one as well, and I'll show you before and after photos of that just so you can see the comparison. You can just see how it wears, and then I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts on it. I thought that it might be interesting to see whether using a lip liner made a difference, so I lined my top lip but not my bottom lip, and you can go and have a look at the photos yourself and see whether you think that it made much of a difference. I personally don't think that it made very much difference in the long run. These lip tars do have a tendency to bleed if you over apply the colour, so you just need to be careful not to apply too much. And if you think that you're going to have a problem, just blot. I find that that helps to minimise it as well. But as long as you don't pile on heaps of colour, you shouldn't have a problem with it at all. And you do need to apply these colours with a lip brush. You can't apply them directly from the tube. Hey guys, so I am back and I have been wearing the lip tar now for 3 hours. It's about 10 past 7 now, so bang on 3 hours. My lips feel pretty dry. I've been sort of craving to put on some lip balm for the last little while, but I haven't put on any because I didn't want to interfere with the test at all. I do have a little bit of build up around the edges of my lips, or around the inside. I think I get that no matter what. I get that with lip balms and lipsticks anyway, so I don't think that that has anything to do with the lip tar. I think that's more particular to me. I don't know whether other people get that as well. Maybe I'm just weird. So the colour has faded a little bit, but it's still holding up pretty well. You can definitely still see the colour. It's just not as vibrant as it was. It hasn't bled too much. Let me come in a little bit closer. Hold on. To prevent bleeding, when I apply it, I always blot it. So I'll apply the colour and then I'll blot and then I'll apply a little bit more, mostly in the centre of my lips. And I sometimes press it, particularly with darker colours, I'll press it over my lips as well so that it gets to the outside edges. Sometimes it depends on the brush, the way the brush is loaded and how you apply it. But sometimes I find that I get like a slightly like a sharper edge which has a little bit more product, and of course that's going to make it bleed. So if I blot over top of my lips, that just helps to reduce that as well, and then I go in and just put a little bit more colour on and that just presses it in, and I find that it helps keep it a little bit better. So overall it's a really fantastic product. The colours are absolutely amazing. It comes in a huge array of colours, from ready to wear colours like these ones to your primary colours to black and white. You can really create any colour under the sun. From a kit point of view, they're amazing if you're doing photographic or editorial work, because you can really create what you want. And they don't take up too much space. They're, you know, they're cheaper than a full-size lipstick. I mean, if you went, I don't know, about I can't remember what the prices are in England, and I don't know what they are in America, but in Australia, if you go somewhere like MAC or Illamasqua, you're easily paying $30 or $40 just for a lipstick. These from the OCC website are $13. If you have a pro discount, you get 10% off, and they'll last you forever because you need such a small amount. Honestly, with these products, less is more. The more you put on, the more chance you have of it bleeding and just making a mess. You only need a tiny amount of product. So I thought that I would do one more. The time is now about 10 o'clock, so I've been wearing the lip tar for almost 6 hours, just under 6 hours, and yeah, I have put lip balm on twice. I've had dinner, I've had drinks, I've been talking, so it's held up pretty well. Let me just move a little bit forward so you can see here how it looks. Yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. This is obviously one of the lighter colours. I don't know whether the dark ones would hold up quite so long, but I did do another test with a darker colour, so I'll show you the before and after photos. Overall, it's a really fantastic product, and this is after, you know, 6 hours, and I haven't touched up the colour at all. I've only put on a little bit of lip balm just to give my lips a little bit of moisture, and you can see my lips are normally freakishly pale anyway, and I do have a tendency to have really dry lips as well, so you can still see the colour showing up, and from a distance, you know, it's not the same colour that it was, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I hope that you found this helpful, and please feel free to rate, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, thanks, bye. The colours do separate a little bit, so you can see this one here. You probably can't really see it, but from where I am you can see it, is that the darker colour has sunk to the bottom and there's a bit of fluid on the top. And I pulled this out to use it at a shoot a couple of, probably about 2 weeks ago. The model wanted a black lip and it had separated, and I didn't have much time, and I was like, you know, sitting there shaking it and trying to squeeze the bottle around, and I didn't probably get as much colour payoff as I could have because it had separated. And that's just a minor thing. You probably just need to give them a bit of a shake, a bit of a squeeze without trying to squeeze it into the lid, so probably shaking it would be best.